Yeah. Hey, welcome back to Bros Ball and Bologna. It's just like ESPN, but with good text and analysis. Let me introduce you to my bros. Below me is Pistachio, our Power 5 insider, and our original Eli Apple hater. Next to him is Miles, our semi-pro golfer, and the newest Eli Apple hater. And above him
right.
is ZA, the six-figure money man, but an absolutely mediocre quarterback lover. Let's get into it. We'll talk about the Super Bowl, guys. We'll start with the first half. Let's hit these highlights real quick. We start with the Rams. 3rd and 17. The Rams could not get the run game going. Bengals really came to play up front. Joe Burrow, though, coming back on their first possession, finds Tyler Boyd. First play, gets a big first down, or gets good yardage on first down. Bengals playing aggressive, and I like it. He goes for Chase, but Ramsey and Ernest Jones break up on it. Turnover on downs. Rams come back 2nd and 11. Stafford, not a runner, but takes off here. He picks up 7, which was actually the Rams' largest run to the fourth quarter. 3rd and 4, Stafford checks it down to Cooper Kupp, who makes Jessie Bates miss and makes a big play, puts them in good field position. 3rd and 3, Stafford finds Odell Beckham Jr., who goes up for it and makes the play. You know, he's really back to form, I think. Back to the Odell we kind of knew. And Stafford throws a great ball. DB cannot find it, and OBJ goes up and gets it. Bengals coming back, 3rd and 4. He launches it for Chris Evans, a rare miss by Joe Burrow. Next offensive possession, though, they give it to Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon makes a big run, had a big day. They should have gave it to him more. Burrow does find Chase. Didn't have that many yards or a touchdown, but beats Ramsey here. Makes a big, big play for the Bengals and puts them into the red zone, actually inside the 10. Jamar Chase, rookie of the year. He's a rookie of the year for a reason. Beats Ramsey, makes a good move, but here he is diving one-handed, makes an even better catch. That is just amazing, guys. He's so impressive to watch. Now, the Bengals 3rd and 10, same possession. He goes back at Ramsey to Higgins this time, and Ramsey makes the play. Big possession there. The Bengals have to settle for a field goal. Evan McPherson kicks it right through. 7-3 Rams. Early in the second, Stafford drops back, has time, looks for, of course, OBJ, who makes the big play. He was the man all first quarter. Here we go, the fake pitch to Henderson. Stafford finds Henderson on the wheel route. They already scored on him once. They couldn't guard that all night. Now here's Stafford again with a play action, and Cooper Kupp in the back of the end zone. Of course, Eli Apple being trash, biting up on the play action here, and Cooper Kupp slips right behind him and scores. So you'd think 14-3, but Rams drop the hold. Now, the Bengals are trying to make a play to run it back here. They are unsuccessful, but this was a very big play. It impacts the game later on, as you'll see. Bengals coming back the other way, 3rd and 2, Jamar Chase out of the backfield, so dynamic, making his quarterback look good. Another one-hander behind him, picks up the first down. 2nd and go, Joe Mixon, first pass in the NFL, touchdown in the Super Bowl. I love Joe Mixon, good play there. Rams come back, trying to hit Odell, and you hate to see it. Non-contact injury, so those are obviously the worst ones. Turns out he tears his ACL. You hate that for him because he was back to form. He was back to the OBJ making plays. Hope for a good recovery. Now, Stafford trying to make a play now, flushed out of the pocket and lets it fly, but Jessie Bates, full extension, makes a hell of a play. Stayed with Jefferson on the entire route. You'll see here, he actually plays the ball better than Jefferson. And late in the second, trying to make a play, Joe Burrow was held up, and that's how the half is going to end. Honestly, the Bengals are really aggressive starting out. That's my first take. First thing I noticed going for it on 4th and 1. I love it. You know, young team, you're the underdog. You're not supposed to be there. Fucking go get it, right? There, you got nothing to lose. ZA, what do you got about the first half?
Yeah, it really shocked me the Bengals came out so hot all season long. They've been a second half team. I was really surprised to see them come out so hot and really taking some shots first half as well. I wasn't expecting that, even though they are a big shot team. I expected them to kind of keep mixing on the ground a little bit more, a little short passes against that Rams defense. But just really surprised how hot they came out. Something that we didn't really see all season. So,
Pistachio, he mentioned the shots. Jalen Ramsey got beat for sure. Jamar Chase, absolutely an amazing catch, by the way. Fantastic one-hander. Tell us about Jalen Ramsey on the big play.
And he's still trash. Yeah, he did give them was it a pick on that one pass breakup he had? I don't know, man. It's I'm still a little bitter about the whole way it played out because you're right, they did come out fucking guns blazing, man. They don't normally do that, and I think that's what fucked it up. Should have taken a little slower. You come out guns blazing in the second half like you normally do, maybe win that game, but who knows.
What's crazy is both offenses came out clicking because Stafford at one time was like 9 for 10, and we still didn't see as many points as I expected, especially early, like you said, taking shots.
I called the under.
You called the under. You definitely won it. Miles, what do you got to say about the first half?
Man, I love the way they played in the first half, and I mean it kind of started a little ugly, and then they kind of worked their way back, and it was kind of it was impressive. Mixon, he got his touches like I thought he would, and he was impressive running the ball a few times.
I agree, and I think I said, what was it, 85 is what I said he had to get to win. And
I said 80.
Yeah, and he didn't get either one. And I think if they would have fed him a lot of the times, I think, and I don't understand we'll get to the second half, right, like you said, but there were a lot of times that he should have been in the game. And, other than OBJ starting hot for the Rams too, scored on the wheel route, but OBJ goes down, and I think that kind of changes the whole game plan, especially going into the second half, because the Bengals, honestly, they had Aaron Donald kind of stalemated. They were double teaming with the center all night. Jamar Chase beat Jalen Ramsey a few times, and, they kind of had everything going for them.
No, it's just for the first half, Joe Burrow got the ball out quicker than he has all season long. And I think this will be a good transition to the second half because I think what really killed him is he went back to his old ways in the second half, trying to hold the ball a little bit longer than he usually, what he did in the first half. And I think that's when he started getting tore apart. I mean,
We'll get to the second half. Last thing I got to say, it's always looked down like it's not important, but the extra point in that game. That was crucial.
Yeah,
crucial that he
huge.
Dropped that. Absolutely changed the entire scoring, the whole mental tic-tac-toe of the whole game. But let's get to these second half highlights. First play of the second half, Joe Burrow, play action, steps up and lets it fly to T. Higgins. Now, Jalen Ramsey doesn't even make a play. T. Higgins walks in, touchdown Bengals, all the momentum's on their side. And Jalen Ramsey's sitting there like, what the hell? The Bengals are dancing. And you'll see why Jalen Ramsey's saying, what the hell? He's with T. Higgins. He's in his pocket, and T. Higgins slings him by. Full face mask, turns his head, slings him out of the play. That should be offensive pass interference. I'm an offensive guy, but that's got to be called. 17-13. Rams, it just keeps getting worse. Keeps getting worse. The tip pass, little bit low, should have been caught. Tipped up in the air, tips and overthrows. Bengals make the play. Now 3rd and 11, they find Jamar Chase, gets it 1 yard shy. But the Bengals, man, they're the underdog. They're letting it ride. Here they go, 4th and 1. Joe Burrow steps back and right up the middle. They leave that open, trying to keep this short pass. No linebackers. 3rd and 3. Aaron Donald makes the sack. He is Aaron Donald for a reason. This is huge. The Bengals now have to settle for a field goal. They now take a touchdown lead, but that's a huge difference. 8 minutes to go. Stafford finds Bryce Hopkins, the third string tight end. You love the effort there, man, taking the opportunity. Rams try to run it on 2nd and 3. Nowhere to go for Cam Akers. The Bengals stuffed him all night. 3rd and 5. You got a little Philly special, and Cooper Kupp lets it rip and overthrows Matt Stafford. So Cooper Kupp can do everything but throw a football. So the Rams settle, take the 41-yard field goal, 16-20 Bengals. Joe Burrow, this is where it starts getting bad. There's a sack by Ernest Jones. 2 minutes to go. Von Miller loops inside and chases him down. This is all after they shoved Aaron Donald. All right. Again, now in the 4th, Joe Burrow, 3rd and 9, can't get the ball off. Another sack. All right. The Bengals O-line starting to lose their temper, but the big issue is Joe Burrow is down and he is gimping. He does stay in the game, but scary moment. Now here's the drive. 6 minutes to go. Does Stafford go win a Super Bowl here? This is everything's on the line for the Rams. 3rd and 1, try to get that ball or get that yard. The Bengals stuff them. 4th and 1. Big play here. You got to go for it, and you give the ball to the offensive player of the year, Cooper Kupp, and he gets you a first down. So now the Rams got a little breathing room, and Stafford and Kupp go to work. Pick up some yardage there. Stafford drops back again, finds Cooper Kupp right across the middle. And what's impressive here is you see him staring down the hitch. The safety bites up and no look replaces him. Big yards, big play. 3rd and go, Cooper Kupp again, but Luke Wilson makes a hell of a play by a linebacker, but the flag comes out. Now my issue is they didn't call the Jalen Ramsey one. Big moment. The refs blow the whistle. He's got the pull. Yes, that is a flag. That is a flag 100%. You see it from the front. Now you see it from the back, but you got to be consistent. So 2nd go, the Rams fade route to Cooper Kupp, and he goes up on Eli Apple, who gives up another touchdown. And the Rams now take the lead in the Super Bowl with 1:25 to go. You see him work inside. Eli Apple can never get his head around, and Cooper Kupp goes up and secures it. Now, Joe Burrow, 1st and 10. Jamar Chase beats Jalen Ramsey on the hitch. Good first play. 2nd first down. Now he finds Tyler Boyd. Gets 9 there. 3rd and 1. You hand it to Sam Piron. I don't know where Joe Mixon's at, but Aaron Donald makes a hell of a play, which is underrated. 4th and 1. Super Bowl on the line. Joe Burrow. No time. Aaron Donald right around, and the game is over. The 2nd straight game the Rams have won with Aaron Donald swinging the quarterback around and causing the turnover on downs at least. And you see the Rams celebrating. Aaron Donald, he's getting what he deserves, guys. Aaron Donald, ring me. He is amazing. If he really retires, let's talk about that in a minute. But the Bengals started out the 2nd half just as hot. T. Higgins, big play on Jalen Ramsey, obviously. Shouldn't have been a big play at all. I know Pistachio's down there loving it, watching Jalen Ramsey get slung by, getting beat. But that was absolutely blatant. You know, that should have been called. Grabbed him by the face mask, throws him. Anyone else, what's your take on that play?
Man, I will say he was trying to get his arm over him and he just got caught up. Fuck that. He wasn't trying to do that. You know, he wasn't trying to do that. Just so it happened.
But I will say
He got away with
the best. That was the best face mask of all time. Because it was Jalen Ramsey.
He got up so softly.
He got up and he didn't even chase him. He's like, "Where's the flag?" And he's like, "Wait, what the?"
Well, in big games, referees tend to swallow whistles a lot. I wish they'd have kept them in their mouth for the last 2 minutes of the game, but it is what it is on that one. But yeah, on that play in particular, it was very blatant. That was a gift. Santa Claus came early for Cincinnati on that one.
I'll tell you what. Not only that. Did they get the wide open face mask 75-yard touchdown, start the game? All the momentum's now even back on your side even more. The next drive, Stafford, no OBJ out there throwing to a little bit 6'3" me, tips the ball up. They get an interception. unfortunately, Aaron Donald is still in the game. Makes the sack on third down and sets them, only getting a field goal, I think, really hurt the Bengals there. Even though they had all the momentum, Joe Burrow
That's
going down
terrible.
and Aaron Donald getting on top of him really changes a lot, I think.
Yeah, I said that's absolutely terrible. They blew what I thought at the moment was, holy shit. Are we about to take a big lead in this Super Bowl? Are we about to have a chance to just cruise to the finish?
Yeah, you got 3 points, but that 7 would have changed the game, I think, for sure.
McVay's already calling Philly specials with Cooper Kupp, who is human, who can't throw a ball 8 yards. By the way, he can do everything else, but can't do that. But, like you said, I think that kind of puts McVay sweating a little bit more, maybe the nail in the coffin if you get a touchdown right there. And that's 2 touchdowns in the first minute and a half of the game. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. I will say I don't know the exact moment, but about 7 minutes to go in the third. I think it's Trey Hopkins as the Bengals center. Aaron Donald chases Joe Burrow out of bounds. He shoves him when he's 2 yards in bounds. Credited a sack, even though he's running. But total legal hit, and Trey Hopkins shoves Aaron Donald, and I think that flips the damn switch. I think that right there just took the monster and turned him into the Hulk. Because at one point you had like 2 sacks on Joe Burrow for the first 2.5 minutes. And then now you're overloading, getting one-on-ones. And he is now not only creating one-on-ones, but pulling now the running back out of the pass game because they're trying to double him. And you can't do anything about it. And Joe Burrow from that point on, that's where the sacks started rolling on. He may not got them all. Ernest Jones, Von Miller, they all got one. But I think that right there just really, everyone's got that switch. It's kind of like Tyrann Mathieu yelling at Brady last year. You just don't do that.
Where I think the game kind of changed momentum for me is that Tyler Boyd drop. Whenever he had it, more sure hands on the Bengals, and he drops it for the first down. I think that's really whenever it kind of switched to flip for me, like the entire momentum. And that's whenever the Rams got the ball back, and that was their game-winning drive.
Rams got the ball back with like 6 minutes to go for the final drive. So it's been right before
it was like 6 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, so that, like you said, that's big. That's huge because now the Rams don't have as much time. Even if you don't score, the Rams don't got that time to march it down the field. Cooper Kupp does what Cooper Kupp does that entire drive, and I can't blame Matt Stafford when you got somebody that good. You got some nobodies and backups at 3 tight end who played pretty well, by the way, but you throw it to the offensive player of the year, and he did over and over and over. And hey, it's hard to stop. It's really hard to stop. But the big thing is they get to the third and goal, and obviously the Rams would have went for it on 4th down, but the Luke Wilson holding on Cooper Kupp across the middle. Now, granted, yes, he holds him a little bit with his left hand and tugs a little bit with his right. Nothing that they hadn't called all game. They hadn't called that at all. They let Jalen Ramsey get thrown down by his face mask, and they don't call it. I hate how referees tend to swallow the whistle, like you said, in the big game, but in the big moment, they blow them a little bit. And I think that
all
really,
the time.
Right. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you could have stopped Cooper Kupp on 4th and go. He may have scored there. He may not have, but that would have been all the marbles one play. Instead, they get an extra set of downs. But I hate the call. I hate the refs making the decision. Miles, I know you got something about it.
There were a few decisions right there at the end of the game that were just kind of questionable, but I just really don't think that was how it should have been. I mean, I don't know. Was a penalty.
Miles is still very heartbroken, which I understand. My dad is very, very heartbroken still as well. But was it passing interference? Yes. I mean, he held him and everything, but the argument is there.
Slide.
They did not call it. They didn't call it all game, and then for them to call it in that moment really, really made me mad. So that's the argument. Is it passing interference? Yes, it was. Should they have called it the way they called the rest of the game? No, I don't think they should have. But
be consistent.
It is what it is.
Be consistent.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
all.
Yeah, they
Like,
how many penalties were there before the very end of the game? Like total called?
3.
3.
Yeah.
There's 3
So the
penalties
fourth
up to the
quarter.
last 2 minutes of the game, and in the last 2 minutes of the
Yeah.
game, I think there was like 5 or 6 in the last 2 minutes.
So why is that? I don't know. That's what blew my mind.
That was one of the Bengals' worst games of the year, man. It really was. I mean, I just want to run down some numbers for you. You know, I'm the numbers guy over here. They were only 3 of 14 on third downs, which is horrible. Some of the worst of all
Yeah,
year.
terrible.
They got 3 downs to get 1 yard and did not do it. That's another big pivotal moment in the game there. They couldn't get 1 yard, 3 chances there. The last 22 times that Joe Burrow backed up to throw the ball, he was sacked 7 times. And that's really the tail of the tape, man. The Bengals just played horrible that second half. Probably the worst I've seen them play all season long. If they just came out and just, as you've seen, they still had a chance playing that bad. And that's what blows my mind. That shows you how good they are. Because if they just had a halfway decent second half, they'd have won the Super Bowl.
So let's talk about 2 of those stats real quick. The less than 1, and how many times? You said 3 times had to go for it for less than 1, and 2 of those times was on that final drive. Okay, you have 3rd and 1, and you hand it to Sam Piron. Why the hell is Joe Mixon not in the game?
I have no fucking clue. That's so stupid.
I jump up on my couch screaming, "Where's Mixon? Where's Mixon?" Like, what?
Not only that,
he's playing good.
Yeah, he's your workhorse, and then you get 4th and 1, and he still ain't out there as your receiving back. You still got Sam Piron. Sam Piron shouldn't be out there. It should have been Chris Evans, if anything. It should be Joe Mixon, but that is terrible. Unless he was hurt, I don't know. But that's just terrible.
Yeah.
I don't get that. The sacks, like you said, that's a lot of sacks and a few dropbacks. 22 and 7 sacks. The overload, really killed them. Like Joe Burrow held the ball. A lot of mental mistakes and things, Joe Burrow normally doesn't do. I think he'll be back. And this is a good learning lesson. But
that's why I said I'm not mad.
The third downs, that was the other one I wanted to talk about. Third downs, the Rams did that all playoffs though. That's a good front 7 that gets after you, especially the front 4. You look at them, they played Brady and the Niners. Both teams, they kept them with like 19% on third down, which is crucial because it gets your defense back on the field. If you can't get that third down, and it just wears on you. It wears on you, and I think that's part of it. Can't get the ball, can't stay on offense, your defense is going to wear down. But moving on, we have our picks. Me and ZA are the winners this week. 1-0. Miles and Pistachio both lose out. On the overall for the year, I get the big cigar. I am the winner until fall. I will smoke it when we play golf, Miles and ZA, when we go to the lakes. Our hot takes, we suck again, but that's why they're hot takes. Pistachio was pretty close. I think he actually ended up with about 3 because he did have the one breakup on the 4th down to Jamar Chase in the beginning. He had the breakup in the touchdown. But still, you were the closest for sure.
Oh, bitch.
But come on. That was 5 yards off. 5 more yards, McPherson would have kicked the field goal to go to overtime.
Yeah, if he had 6, then you would have been closer. I had 3.
Either way, hot takes, high burger hot takes. We fail, but we'll keep them coming. We'll get to it in basketball season coming up. Now, NFL is almost done. But first, the Super Bowl gambling goes together. ZA, we had some had some bets last week. Let's welcome to the Plan to Wonder Bet Your Mortgage of the week. ZA, give us our last week rundown. Tell us how we did.
All right, so drum roll, please. Out of all the bets we did, I'm not going to go through them all, but the winner was my wife, actually. So she beat all four of us. She beat all four of us in gambling by like 3 points. We weren't even close. She spanked us. It was embarrassing, but it happened. Where did the casinos lose at? Odell Beckham, baby, first touchdown. That was one of the most popular bets of the night. They lost millions, which means it's in y'all's pockets. I like to see that. All right. Now, the prop player bets I told you guys to look into. I'm sorry. A lot of those not work out. I had a bad night gambling. I had a few come through for me. So I kind of broke even. But overall, I do want to touch on how the Matthew Stafford over-under passing stat. He was under by 1.5 yards. Could you imagine having the over on that, missing by 1.5 yards? And it all came down whenever they were on the 1 yard line. All he needed was 2 yards when he's on the 1 yard line to win the game. That was it. And it didn't work out. So I did take Cooper Kupp for the MVP, and I told you guys too on the big money bet. That cashed in for me. That's really what broke me even because the rest of them I pretty much lost on. Bet your mortgage of the week. I hope you didn't bet your mortgage because now you owe double. Was on Odell Beckham over 5.5 receptions. I swear he'd have been MVP if he did not get hurt. He came out so hot you could even touch the guy. He was getting every look he wanted. Unfortunately, he only got 2 receptions with a touchdown. Hopefully, you took him to get the first touchdown. If not, then the 5.5 did not pan out for you. So
that's how we did. Obviously, not well. Christina with the win.
Yeah, she smoked us by like 4 points.
So free agent.
Uncle Snoop Dogg just smoked in halftime. What is that crap?
He smoked before, so I think it's bullshit. We should have won.
We should add that as part of our score, just so we didn't get beat as
Didn't I
bad.
say he wasn't?
Bengals, okay. What do they have to do to get back? Okay. What do they have to do this offseason? Just as a whole, anything specific? Anybody got anything?
I mean, immediately improve that offensive line. That would be the very first thing to do. If you could get one of these big free agent offensive linemen, or if you could get one of the big draftees, which I don't think is necessarily possible, but if you could get somebody to solidify that offensive line, I think the Bengals have a much better chance of winning games in late situations.
There's a lot of defensive needs too, man. There's a lot of free agency on the defensive side, so I don't know what's gonna happen, man. There's gonna be a lot of shit happening here soon, so we'll see what happens.
I think there will be a lot of promise, though, in free agency of people wanting to re-sign or sign with the Bengals.
Robin Gronkowski's already mentioned it.
There's hype around it. Yeah, there's hype around it. It's like, wait a minute. We could get some guys around here to come play.
The Rams, okay, they threw everything in it this year. How do they stay there? ZA, what do they got to do?
Well, I think they stick to their strategy. I don't think they're going to really develop too many people. They do got some players they need to develop. I'm going to jump on that in a second, but they have to keep their veterans. They got to bring them back. I say they bring Odell back. He's a free agent. I say you sign to a short contract, maybe 2 or 3 years with, making most of it, incentives. Bring Von Miller back for another year, see what he does. I know he's getting kind of in the end of his prime there, but he had a great season this year as well. Hopefully Aaron Donald stays. You get to keep him as well. Robert Woods, he's going to come back healthy next year. The big thing you got to do, though, is McVay's already going to hit at it. You got to give Sean McVay the bag, baby. You got to give him that bag. That's what he wants. That's what he deserves. Right now, Belichick is the highest paid coach at $12.5 million a year before incentives. I think McVay deserves that plus some. In his 5 seasons right now, he's winning at 67.9%. He's been in the playoffs 4 of those 5 years. Been in the Super Bowl twice. Obviously, just won it. His current contract expires in 2023. They're definitely going to give him a extension on that. Marquise Copeland, defensive end, because who knows what's going to happen with Aaron Donald. Hey, I knew you were going to like that one, Pistachio. I knew you would. And then, of course, I knew you wanted me to touch on Whitworth a little bit. Getting up there in age. Will he retire? Really not. If I was him, I would. I would leave on the mountaintop right off in the sunset as a Super Bowl champion.
Yeah, Andrew Whitworth, man, he is 40 years old, winning the Super Bowl. But I do think I gotta disagree with you. I don't think they bring Odell back. I think he proved how good he is, and I think he's out of their price range. I mean, you have Robert Woods, you have Jefferson, who's you're going to be able to keep a lot cheaper, and you have obviously Cooper Kupp. Now, I think you can develop another tight end, get rid of Higbee, but your entire offseason is about making Aaron Donald as happy as possible and making sure he plays another game. Because if Aaron Donald doesn't play, your defense takes a huge step back. Your Super Bowl window is now half the size to get into. And you've got to play perfectly all around because you don't have Aaron Donald to, clean up your mess. But, they'll figure it out. I think you're right. They're going to trade some picks. They don't care about the draft. And Sean McVay, he's a winner. He may not be back in the Super Bowl next year, but I think he'll be back in the playoffs 100%. So moving on from the NFL, NBA time, guys. NBA All-Star Weekend, a few days away. We've got the Mountain Dew three-point competition. All right, I'm going to list you the contestants, and I want you to tell me who wins and why. All right, so starting out, you got New Orleans Pelicans CJ McCollum, Trae Young of the Atlanta Hawks, Zach LaVine of the Chicago Bulls, Desmond Bane of the Memphis Grizzlies, Karl Anthony Towns of the Minnesota Timberwolves, Fred VanVleet of the Toronto Raptors, Luke Kennard of the LA Clippers, and Patty Mills of the Brooklyn Nets. We'll start with you, ZA. Who is the winner?
Man, I'm going with my guy, Trae Young. He has the 5th best odds to win. Can you believe it? I would think he'd be the favorite, but Patty Mills is, what? Is it Patty Mills like 60 years old or something? But I don't know, man. Trae Young, 5th best odds at plus 550. I'm putting $100 on it, $100 on it, man. He's having the best three-point season of his career. How's he not a favorite? It blows my mind. I don't know. Trae Young all the way.
Patty Mills is shooting like 42%. And the three-point competition is what he does in an NBA game. When you have Kevin Durant, you have Kyrie Irving, you're not going to touch the ball. You're going to stand at the three-point line, and when they kick it to you, you're going to catch and shoot. This is what he does every night. So that's why he's got the favorite. So, Miles, who's going to win it?
I've always liked CJ McCollum, and now that he's maybe switched to a different team, maybe he's got a little chip on his shoulder, and he's like, all right, I'm going to show you that it didn't matter if Damian Lillard was there or not. I'm still going to bang them away.
I like that. And honestly, I'm heartbroken that they did not trade McCollum and some package to the 76ers for Ben Simmons, because I think Dame and Simmons would be a perfect 1-2.
Oh, my God. That would be great.
All right, Lillard, you just play offense, and I'll just cover everybody. But moving on, Pistachio, who's going to win it?
I'm going with Luke Kennard. He's a Franklin, Ohio guy. So, I'm sick and loyal to the city, but he's a lights out shooter at Duke. He hasn't really done much in the NBA. I really haven't heard much of his name, but we're just going with a boy from the city.
Yeah, but he went to Duke, so fuck him. So I'm gonna go.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck him. I am gonna go with Zach LaVine. He's shooting 40%. He is an absolute bucket, and I just absolutely love watching him play. Really, that's the only reason I'm picking him, is because he's absolutely – and he's been better dunker than he is shooter, but he's been fucked out of those. So we won't talk about that for him. So moving on to the dunk contest. All right, the AT&T Slam Dunk Contest. We'll do the same thing real quick. The 4 competitors are Cole Anthony of the Orlando Magic, Juan Toscano Anderson, probably just fucked that up, of the Golden State Warriors, Obi Toppin of the New York Knicks, and Jalen Green of the Houston Rockets. All right. So I'll start this time. I'm going to go with Jalen Green. All right. Rookie. He's a fan favorite. He's 6'5", so he's in the middle of the competitors, so he's not going to look the worst. Little guys always score higher. They look like they're jumping a lot higher, which they are, but it just, you're 6'9". Dwight Howard, he had to touch the damn top of the backboard just to get a 10. But either way, Jalen Green, he has the hair. Pistachio would love it flowing. I think he gets the fans going. I think he comes in high, wins it in. Pistachio.
Yo, what the fuck's up with this 4 participants shit? What the fuck, bro? I honestly don't want to pick nobody. I'm a little upset that like there's literally only 4 participants. Yeah, but I'm going Jalen Green too because he's a fan favorite. He's a rookie, and he's got pretty good looking hair. So can't go wrong with that hair.
Miles, who you got?
I'm going with Obi Toppin. I think he's gonna be topping out some dunks out here on All-Star Weekend.
He is a high flyer for sure. The only reason I didn't go with him is he's 6'9". Everyone else is like 6'6", 6'5", 6'4", or something like that. So he's gonna look so much bigger. It's not gonna be nearly as impressive to the crowd. Only reason.
I think he has that athleticism though, doesn't he?
He does. He is absolutely explosive as
He can
hell.
throw it down like crazy.
Yeah. Fuck him for being tall. Fuck him for being tall. That's what he gets.
He's a freak.
ZA, who wins it?
I just think it blows my mind that the NBA dunk contest is now kind of like a rite of passage for young guys. Or back in the day, it used to be like only the best of the best could get in that, and it really meant something. Like the Vince Carter days, the MJ days. Like it really makes me kind of now it's like you got to earn your stripes for the dunk contest. It's kind of crazy to me. But anyways, it's still fun to watch. I'm going to catch it, and I'm gonna go with Toppin, 44.5-inch vertical at 6'9". Oh wait. I'm sorry. That's Jacob Toppin at UK, his little brother. I meant to say 6'9", 44-inch vertical. That's Obi Toppin. But he's a freak athlete. He is going to absolutely destroy it. And I think his little brother's going to come in there and do the same thing in the next few years. Let's go.
Honestly, I completely agree about the slam dunk competition. I think the judges have ruined it. They just let anybody judge it. Like, unless you're a dunker, I shouldn't be able to judge it because everything that happens is a 10 because I can't do any of it. And
all my gambling people out there, do not bet the dunk contest unless it's a parlay on some crazy stuff because you never bet anything that's straight up to judges. You don't want to do that. It's not good to bet it. Don't touch it with a 10-foot pole.
They should have only slam dunk champions to judge it. I think that would make it. That way you don't have straight 9s and 10s every dunk. But we're not getting on that.
Good call.
We're gonna go to the actual NBA All-Star game. Okay, so I'll list the players just again. We got Team LeBron against Team Durant. Of course, Team Durant's hurt like normal. He's always hurt. I swear, always something. But he is a baller, so he can still be the captain. So Team LeBron, guys. The starters, obviously, LeBron James, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Steph Curry, DeMar DeRozan, and Nikola Jokic. Okay, pretty solid starters. Their bench, you got Luka, Darius Garland, Chris Paul, Jimmy Butler, Donovan Mitchell, Fred VanVleet, and Jared Allen, who's in for James Harden, who's injured. Now, 2 notes about that. It's a pretty damn good roster. But 2, Fred VanVleet is the first player to ever be drafted in the All-Star game and never be drafted beforehand. He wasn't drafted. He was a free agent.
Wichita State, baby.
Yeah, and now he's
major.
Yeah, now he's an All-Star. So awesome story for him. Now on the other side, you got Team Durant. You've got Joel Embiid, Ja Morant, showing your Murray State over there. Jason Tatum, Trae Young, and Andrew Wiggins as your starters. And Devin Booker, Karl Anthony Towns, Zach LaVine, Chris Middleton, LaMelo Ball, and Rudy Gobert as your bench. Again, another pretty good roster. What do you got to say? Who's going to win that one?
Yeah, I'm going Team LeBron.
Team LeBron? What's separated?
Luka's on the bench, man. That's a stacked ass team.
That's what I'm saying.
That's all you gotta say.
That is true. Miles, who's winning it?
Definitely Team LeBron. I said you got like Pistachio said, you got Luka coming off the bench Luka's the man. Luka could be MVP year after year. Who knows? I mean, we have no idea right now, but Luka's the shit.
ZA.
And just so we don't end up on like world stars like a joke or anything, man, I got to go with Team Durant. If I was a betting man, LeBron's roster, that's just raw. Steph Curry, like Luke on the bench, like come on. But hey, you got Cat and John Morant on Team Durant. Let's go all day, baby.
So I completely
Forget
agree.
about Joel Embiid.
If they both play, Team LeBron's gonna win it. Just because you've got LeBron and Giannis, and then you got Steph Curry from outside. So yeah. Giannis is the only one of those five who will take it completely serious, which that might be enough to win it by itself. But on the other side, like you said, you've got Andrew Wiggins, who's been a joke for a while, having a breakout year. You have John Morant, who is addicted to making like
huge plays,
throw down dunks. Like he is Mr. Showtime.
Nasty.
He is nasty. Yeah, like me and Pistachio was watching Austin P and Murray State play when the fucking roof fell in, but the damn Dunn Center. But either way, John Morant was a freshman. He was like their sixth man, and I watched him jump on a free throw from the 3-point line, catch the rebound about at the free throw line, pretty much over the teammate shooting, and look like he's gonna shoot, turn, and then throw it this way, all before landing for an easy dunk. And I was like, that kid has it. Like just that ability, something Isaiah Cannon and Campaign did not have. They were shooters, but they did not have that athletic ability. But either way,
hell yeah.
Different story.
But
I'm going with Team Durant just because not the talent, they're less talented, but they're going to have the stars who want to show out. And I think that's a big thing in the All-Star game. Now, the Kobe Bryant MVP award. Who's gonna win it?
Luka.
Luka.
I'm telling you.
Luka off the bench.
Off the bench.
Off the bench, Luka will be the MVP of the game. He's gonna drain shot after shot after shot. He's gonna Euro step. He's gonna drive in there. Nobody's gonna stop him. It's the All-Star game. There's gonna be zero defense. Luka's just gonna ball out.
I'm going Steph. Like you said, there's gonna be no defense. He's gonna be dropping threes from deep.
ZA.
Oh man, I'm gonna go with this is a tough one. Man, is God, dude. Fred VanVleet. That's what I'm gonna go with.
What the fuck?
Hey, listen.
And y'all are talking about me saying Luka.
It's all about voting, and I could see any of them getting it, to be honest, just because they are fan favorites. Like, y'all got to remember that freaking Zaza was like fourth in overall voting at one time, just because the fans voted. But so I'm really torn. It's either going to be John Morant or LaMelo Ball, because both of them's going to make flashy passes and throw it down. But I'm going to go with my boy from Murray State, John Morant, first All-Star. He's going to throw it down, be just the star of the show. But, guys, I think that's all we got for tonight's episode. NFL's over. We've got NBA. We've got college basketball. And we got some golf coming up. So we'll get to some different stuff. We'll get into some more exciting stuff later on.
We got some beautiful shot tracers coming your way, baby.
Yeah, we'll get out there on the golf course and show y'all how well I hit it. I hit the ball, but we'll show you later, Anyways, boys, it's been fun. I love you. Bros out.
Later.